All right. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Got some great material going for North American with some rate increases as well as some other information pertaining to the company and product specifically. I am Brady Pelzer. I'm an annuity sales director here at IAMS. I've got Melva from North American on the conference call as well, and we'll go ahead and dive into it. Prior to getting to North American, we'll go ahead and start off with a little bit of information on IAMS as an organization. First thing we have to show you is our new producer builders bonus. This is based off of production, annuity production. The entry level qualification is $100,000, and as you can see, it's tiered to 250, 500, 750, and a million. If you look at some of the various rewards based off of production, it's a good blend of marketing and reimbursement opportunities as well as just general incentive laden rewards at the $500,000 level, a trip for two to the Ritz-Carlton. So really just a thank you from us to you for producing under IAMS. Another thing we have going on here at IAMS is our business builders. So if you are generous enough to be a contracted agent under IAMS and generous enough to refer other agents to us, the first thing we'll give you is right away is a $50 one-time bonus when they do contract under IAMS. Again, another thank you from us to you for promoting our business. And as you can see, you will get basis points based off of ongoing production from that agent, that advisor, as they start producing under IAMS. For an indexed annuity, that'd be 20 basis points. And you sort of see the opportunities here. You know, we cut checks quarterly, and lots of agents and advisors utilizing this program to promote their business as well as help those that they know in the field produce more and use the resources available to them here at IAMS. One key cog of our business here is our back office support. We're very big about our service. Our 3-ring guarantee still holds true today. We have many resources available to our agents and advisors, as I alluded to just a moment ago. Also, specialty is case design assistance. We have many capable individuals, expert individuals on both the life and annuity side to help you with any case design that you bring to our table. And the biggest thing about our service, our support, is case submission. So as soon as the case gets submitted, we'll be quarterbacking that. Any outstanding requirements that come about, we'll be the first to know. We'll certainly make the agent, the advisor, the second to know. We'll get those knocked out and effectively quarterback the case from submission to issue. One feature of our support, our service, is our Firelight EAP system. This is a great system. As you guys know, the trend has been to go paperless. Even outside this sector, the insurance industry, it's a general trend that we're seeing in the world, especially with COVID, sort of putting that into hyperdrive. We have adapted here at IAMS with a number of our carriers, and generally most of our core carriers being in our Firelight system. The benefit of Firelight is it illuminates in red what areas need to be done on the application, so you're not filling in information that isn't pertinent to that application, as well as it streamlines business by 3 or 4 days upon application to issue, so saving the client a little bit of time, especially during these times of turbulence in the market. Those 3 or 4 days could really matter from an issue standpoint. And there's a flyer on which carriers are available in our EAP system. As you can see, North American is certainly one of them. Great company to work with. Another element of our organization here at IAMS is marketing. So whether it be something as traditional as professional written letters, handouts, flyers, to your agency solutions, you know, building your brand, customizing your brand with logo designs, business cards, brochures, to our digital solutions, of if you have a website idea, we're certainly able to assist you in bringing that idea to fruition. And social media consulting, we have experts here at every level at IAMS to help you build your brand, make you more marketable, get you in front of more people, because we understand the more people you get in front of, the more success you have, the better off we are as well. We also have our IAMS site where you can see many resources available to you, the producer. We have excellent sales tools, term quoter, annuity grid as well. Annuity rate watch is a very unique vehicle to use. We have retirement tools as well, one of them being, which is on the next screen, our retirement analyzer. So this is software where every individual has moving pieces to their financial picture. What this program, the software is designed to do is put all those moving pieces into one database, one sheet of paper, one graph, kind of show the client, make it real presentable to the client that, hey, this is where we're at today. Based off of what you've told me, your intentions are this. This is what we're needing to do in order for your financial picture to meet your intentions and get you to an ideal scenario when it is time to retire. We also have our IAMS wealth management team here. It's an RIA, so very unique platform, increase revenue, improve client retention, as well as strengthen client relationships. They're a very good team. Neat thing about this is if you are already securities licensed, you're able to hop over to the RIA platform. If you are not presently securities licensed but are interested in pursuing your Series 65 licensing, we will assist you in doing so. So if you are interested in pursuing your securities licensing, getting set up with IAMS Wealth Management RIA, I'm going to go ahead and open this poll question. Please let me know the feedback. We can certainly get you more information on that. Give it another 10 seconds or so to get your answers in. All right, thank you to everyone who had voted. We'll certainly get that information off to those that did indicate yes. We also have life and annuity academies. I have one with North American, the presenter today, the carrier presenting today, coming up on it's coming up in April, the 6th through the 8th in Des Moines, Iowa. It's a very good 2-day session. It's not product specific. What this is are tips and tricks. It's more sales-based training, as you can see with the top line item sales ideas and strategies from 4 top producers. So you're hearing from 4 top producers in the field, in the industry, giving you tips and tricks, what works for them, what doesn't work for them, just ideas circulating over this 2-day period to promote your business, give you more resources, more knowledge to produce more as an individual producer yourself. And frankly, just a really unique opportunity to immerse yourself with other top carrier or top producers, that is, and frankly, rev up the engine as we're going into Q2, uptick production, and things of that nature. And actually, we'll open the other poll question. If you are interested in that Life and Annuity Academy, please indicate yes, and we'll certainly get you information on that as well. Leave this open for another 10 seconds or so. Alrighty, thank you everyone who voted. We'll certainly get that information off to those that indicated yes. And please follow us and like us on our social media platforms, Facebook and LinkedIn. Always pumping out news, whether it be rate increases and industry trends, economic trends. We're posting consistently, keeping our agents and advisors that do follow us and like us are connected with us on social media, up to date with what is going on in the economic landscape today. And with that, I will go ahead, pass this on to Melva, and we will get you the knowledge with North American.
Yay. Well, hello there, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're at currently. So this is a great opportunity here today. I'm super excited to be here. My name is Melva Newbrough. I am the internal wholesaler here for the Central Region and have the privilege of supporting IAMS as one of my IMO relationships. So it's been just such a great pleasure to be able to work with them, and thanking Brady here for being able to do the webinar with me here today, and I certainly appreciate you guys inviting me to do the webinar. So we're going to start out today. I want to be real respectful, try to keep the energy up here. So I'm going to start out today by talking about North American as a company. We've got basically, I'm going to talk about strength, stability, and support. So North American has been around for over 133 years. So we are definitely a strong carrier with an A+ rating with not only AM Best, but also with S&P and Fitch. We are privately held. What that basically means is that we don't have to succumb to those short-term pressures. We are in this for the long haul, and so we're able to look out, 10, 15, 20 years into the future and really plan for that. So that is part of our strength and our stability here with North American. When I talk about support, not only do you have awesome people there at IAMS, which I have definitely been privileged to meet some of you, but we also have what we call our regional sales directors. So right now we have 6 regions on this map, and these are additional support opportunities for you. If you can't reach Brady, if you can't reach Lisa, and you need some assistance on your case, these folks are here to assist you as well, and they do some traveling also a couple times during the month. So that's certainly something you can utilize as well. I wanted to give you a heads up along with what IAMS offers to you as your builders program. We also have an agent commission program, which I think is very lucrative. So it's the EPC program. It actually stands for Exclusive Producers Connection, but I have borrowed a phrase from another marketer that's extra pocket change. So EPC, extra pocket change for you, the agent. If you hit $2 million in paid fixed indexed annuity production in a calendar year, we're going to pay you an additional 50 basis points in commission. At president level, it's $4 million, an additional 1%, and chairman $8 million for an additional 1.5%. Not only will you get that on business issuing going forward, but we're going to pay you retro for that business that you've already issued and placed with us. So at each of those levels, you have the opportunity to earn back to $1 of what was issued. So a really nice extra pocket change EPC program that we're going to offer you here for writing business with North American. So I know Lisa wanted to kind of had advised me that we want to really talk about our support here and kind of some of the tools that we have for you, the agent. So the first thing I really was thinking when she said that was, oh my gosh, suitability. Yep, that nasty word. So we have an agent suitability guide, which we don't have, we don't have strict percentages, strict rules, because our suitability team, I shadowed them for a time, and oh boy, they really look at the cases. They look at all the factors affecting the case. That's why we don't have stringent percentages, because we don't want you to just say, nope, they won't take it. So they are here to help you. We have a team that actually will take your phone call. Their number is right there on my screen. You can email them, you can call them. They will talk through your case with you. They'll need some of the information, liquid assets, percentage of net worth, how much is in annuities, but they'll actually talk you through that case, which is really unique, I believe, in this industry that we have that available to you. So that's one of our things. The other thing, and I'll have to follow up with Brady after this just to verify, because we do have on our EAP system a suitability pre-check option. And how this works is basically when you start an application on the EAP system, it'll give you start new application or start new suitability pre-check. What this does for you is you pop in the information that our suitability team needs without having a client have to sign anything to get this pre-approved. You're sending that information into one of our suitability team representatives, and they will respond to you. This says within 48 hours. I've never known them to take that long. They generally have an answer within 24 hours or less back with a decision because it's in their format. If you do get the approval back, all you have to do is go back to that application in the EAP system, click complete application, fill in a couple more details, and it's ready to roll. And it doesn't come back through the suitability review team. It's already approved. If they need some additional information, they may put you in a yellow status, send you back and say, hey, open the suitability pre-check back up. If you can update this information for us or give us a little more information, then we'll go ahead and review it again to see if we can get it through. So just such a great system. If this isn't available on the EAP platform, definitely utilize the calling. They will talk through the case. Okay. The next thing as an essential support add to you is that on the EAP system, or even if you have a paper application that you're uploading through the system, we offer an ACH for the initial premium payment. This is a form that you can get on the e-application or submit it. Think about the fact that if we get this ACH form, which allows us to automatically pull a payment from that client's checking or savings account that they want to use to fund their annuity policy, we're not having to wait for that check to come through the mail. So you can get your policies issued so much faster. I mean, depending, you think about being in, say, California, and mail time's going to be, say, 5 to 7 days. So you're getting that case issued that much faster, and we're getting you, in turn, paid that much faster on your commission. All right. One last item that I want to talk about as far as our support for you is we've got, along with, IAMS has so many great marketing materials, and I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am with our sales support, marketing support area. They are continually developing these awesome sales tools that we can send out to IAMS, to our IMO partners to utilize with their agents. So the latest one that's gotten a lot of rage is this balanced accumulation. This is part of a kit that can be sent out to you. It comes in a 2-pocket folder and has some great information. This piece is just a balanced accumulation brochure, and it's really simply an easy way for you to talk to your clients about what's the right mix. Where do you fall in this risk spectrum? Which is, I believe, my next slide. Yes. So are you really adverse to that risk, with cash and money market CDs, or are you more likely to encounter some risk with bonds, variable annuities, mutual funds, or stocks? You see where fixed indexed annuities lie? Right in the middle of that risk balancing platform. The FIAs can ensure that your premium's protected from market downturns, but you have the potential for some growth opportunities. So these are just a couple of the slides that are in that balanced accumulation brochure and kit. We also offer this risk analysis. This is just a nice worksheet that can be ordered separately that talks about, it's an easy way for you to sit down with a client and very quickly determine, okay, here's where they have their monies, here's what's exposed in risk. Do we need to take a portion of that risk out at this time? So we're seeing a lot of partial rollovers with 401ks, with pension plans, wanting to get a portion of those funds into a safer vehicle and not experience quite as much risk. All righty. Now we get on to the good stuff here. Not that that wasn't great stuff as well, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our top selling accumulation product through North American Annuity, and it is called the Versa Choice 10. This product, very simply, it's a modified single premium product, which simply means that after the first contract year, you can't add anything else to it. You can add as much as you want to during that whole first contract year. As soon as that passes the 1-year anniversary, nothing additional can be added. Nice short 10-year surrender charge schedule. It offers your standard 10% penalty-free partial withdrawals, issues all the way through age 79. And I like to bring that up because we will issue it as long as the money is received prior to the client turning age 80. And the minimum premium to open the plan is $20,000. So within the title of this webinar, we're talking about interest rates increasing. We had 2 great rate increases back to back, which I've been here 22 years. Don't think I've ever seen 2 rate increases 2 Tuesdays in a row, but that's what we did with this product. So we had our latest rate increase was on 2/22 for this product. It offers 9 uncapped strategies. And those uncapped strategies illustrate anywhere from 3.9 to a 9.51 annual effective rate based on the last 10 years. And that's really attractive. We're offering those indexing options, those uncapped strategies, from financial brands such as S&P and Fidelity. And I even have on this slide here that we have some actual year-over-year performance numbers. So on an average interest credited to a client in 2019 with the Versa Choice product, they averaged a 5.9% increase. In 2020, they got a 6.7% increase. I'm hopeful that they'll be able to get this slide updated again to give us some 2021 actual average interest credit numbers, because those are very strong and it really shows the strength of the product. And those were before we got some of these rate increases available. So we'll talk a little bit about these rates. So this looks maybe a little bit daunting to you, but don't worry. I'll kind of break this down for you a little bit. This first column does show you each of those crediting methods that we offer within the product. So it's if it's subject to a cap rate, if it's subject to an index margin or a participation rate with no cap. We offer 2 bandings of interest rates. So you're going to see low band interest rates, that's your basic minimum, $20,000, all the way up to $74,999. If your client has $75,000 or more to put into this product to issue, it does get grandfathered into those high band rates. I have several that ask, well, what if I start it with $50,000 and I add $25,000 6 months later to get to the $75,000? Sorry, you're in whichever rate band at the time that the policy issues. So definitely you can continue to add to it, but you are subject to those renewal rate bands. I would draw your attention as well to the fixed account rate. Fixed account rates on renewals really have a lot to do with that. And that high band fixed rate is a 2.3 fixed rate on a 10-year plan, which is really, really strong. So you have that nice strong fixed rate along with all of these uncapped options. Down at the bottom of this page, you'll see two columns that say annual point-to-point with enhanced participation rate and 2-year point-to-point with enhanced. To get an enhanced participation rate, there is an annual strategy charge percentage. So if you look at the high band interest rate on an annual point-to-point with the Fidelity, you get 95% participation, no cap on that, which is an awesome participation rate as it is. But if the client is willing to pay a 1.5 charge, they're going to buy that 95% par rate all the way up to 155%. On the 2-year point-to-point, the 140% participation with no fee goes up to 230% with the 1.5 strategy charge annually. So really nice interest rate opportunities for your clients, and you can diversify however you like amongst them. If you want to dabble in that strategy charge, if you want to put, say, 25% of your funds in there and the rest in no fee, then only 25% of your premium is going to be charged that fee. It's not charged on the full amount, only what's allocated to that strategy. Here's another awesome tip on using that strategy charge. North American is very confident that by utilizing that strategy charge and enhancing those participation rates, that it's going to be worth it to your clients to earn that additional crediting, that we have what we call a true up feature that takes place at the end of the surrender charge period. So after those clients have been through those 10 years, we're going to look to see how much did they spend in strategy fees to get those enhanced participation rates, and how much credited interest rate did they get out of doing that. And we're going to make sure that they made enough to make them whole on what they spent. So it's really a no-risk opportunity to try out those enhanced participation rates and see what you can get out of those higher, larger par rate numbers. All right. Okay. So Lisa had let me know that she's like, hey, we talked about a little bit about utilizing this type of a growth product as an income alternative. This does not offer an income rider, but I don't want that to deter you. So here's kind of a little whiteboard idea, and then I've got a slide after this to kind of show this effect. So this is showing a household with a 1.3% net worth, and they're looking to take $36,000 in income each year. That's what they want to get out of this. So the idea here is to split that 1.3 up with some sort of a diversified growth opportunity, averaging around 6%, maybe stocks, bonds, one of those a little bit higher risk alternatives. And then put between 3 to 4% of that into a protected income opportunity, namely VersaChoice. So the diversified growth is going to continue that growing. It's going to buy time in the market, while over here with our VersaChoice, we're going to be pulling out our $36,000, and that's going to last for approximately 18 years. And I'll show you that in a Excel format here. So we put $500,000 over here in the VersaChoice. We're doing a very modest rate of return of 3%, and we're giving the clients what they need with that $36,000 per year. So you'll see that lasting that 18 years. Well, what's happened on the other side is that their growth bucket, earning an average rate of return of 6%, has now grown back to 1.5 million, at which time then they can supplement and continue that 36,000 or take more if they needed it. So just an idea of peeling a portion of those clients' assets out of some risk and into something that's a lot more growth and safety friendly. And like I said, that rate of return of 3% is pretty modest. If you think about taking earning 4% per year and taking out a 5% withdrawal, that money is going to last 41 years for your client at a 5% withdrawal. So that's pretty darned attractive, and really not having to pay anything additional where sometimes you have to pay for that income type of product or income rider benefit. So about 85% of our sales come in just with the base VersaChoice product for that pure accumulation potential. The other 15%, however, have this optional enhanced liquidity benefit rider attached to it. Now, this rider benefit is only 60 basis points. It is completely optional. You do not have to have this be on the product. But what do you get out of that 60 basis points? There are 4 liquidity benefits that are included, and all 4 are included for the one fee of 60 basis points. So I'm going to go through the first 2 first here, and then you'll see another 2 slide through. So first and foremost, you've got a 10% penalty-free provision on this product. With this enhanced liquidity benefit rider, that's going to enhance that penalty-free withdrawal amount up to 20%. So the 20% comes into play if you haven't taken any type of a withdrawal in the prior year. So it stays at 20% until you need to take a withdrawal. Then it's going to drop back down to 10. But again, if nothing is pulled out, then you can take 20 again the next year. So essentially what I'm saying is your client can take out up to 20% of their value every other year, which is pretty powerful, especially if they don't want to lose that credited interest rate that's coming into them. But if they do want that safety net and they say, I don't know, what if an emergency happens? What if I need to get my money out? We offer a return of premium feature with this rider benefit as well. So the return of premium feature says you only have to be in this product for 3 years. And if something happens anytime after that 3rd contract year, you can send in a surrender request form. With that surrender request form, we're going to look to see if you have this return of premium feature, the least amount you can get back is your premium. Let's say you're in year 5 or year 6 of your contract when this happens. There are going to be times when with that credited interest rate that you've had enough growth to surpass any type of surrender charges or market value adjustment, which means that your premium amount, your surrender value is actually going to be more than getting your premium back. So that's why I like to call it's a return of premium, because you can't get less than your premium, but you may be entitled to more if your surrender value is greater than that. We're going to give you the better of the 2. All right, so my next 2 is another sales idea for you here. So again, like I said, all 4 of these are available with the one fee, 60 basis points. These last 2 opportunities for the client is really where I see this being utilized. If you have clients that do not qualify for a long-term care policy, or let's say they just think a long-term care policy is just way too expensive for them, this is a great alternative for those clients. This gives an activities of daily living ADL-based surrender charge waiver. There is no underwriting to qualify for this. The only thing that we ask the client to do is on the day that they're signing that disclosure statement for the product, that they're able to mark that as of that date, they are able to perform all 6 activities of daily living. So as long as they're able to do that, they qualify for these ADL-based waivers. What do we need in order to activate these waivers? We simply need a letter from a physician stating that the client can no longer perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living and that they're anticipated to remain in that state. That's it. We don't need any receipt reimbursement, nothing like that. So that triggers this ADL-based surrender charge waiver. to get a little more out of the contract. So you'll see these accumulation value multipliers. So beginning day one of year 3, if they choose to, and they've unlocked the ADL benefits, year 3, we would take 110% of their account value, and we would pay that out over 5 equal payments. You'll see if it happens in year 4, it's 115%, year 5 is 120, and year 6 is 125%. So those multipliers do increase. 6 and up is you stay at the 125%, but again, that's multiplied by your account value and paid out over 5 equal payments. So you might be saying, well, what happens if my client passes away 2 years into that payout? It's like you've created a 5-year period certain. Those 5 payments are going to go to someone, whether that be the client or whether that be their beneficiary. That is going to be paid out for 5 years, period. If this is non-qualified money and you've got that cost basis is low and you've got some gain in there, the really nice thing about this 5 pay is it does create an exclusion ratio. So you're not having to pay, unlike taking penalty-free withdrawals where any gain is pulled out first on a withdrawal. The 5 pay is divvied up, so you're not having to pay. A certain amount is going to be excluded from taxation each year. You're not having to pay all the gain up front. So that's kind of a little bit about that ELB Rider, which is optional on the VersaChoice product. So I know we're kind of going into time here, but I'm gonna just very quickly hit on 2 additional sales ideas. Shoo! Just getting you crazy with sales ideas here today. So we've got a non-qualified stretch. So if you've got a client that has passed away with a non-qualified annuity plan and you're working with their beneficiary and you're thinking, gosh, this beneficiary really can't afford to have all of that taxation, all of that gain from that annuity plan that they've inherited, a non-qualified stretch is an awesome opportunity to assist that beneficiary. The rule is that basically that beneficiary must begin a required minimum distribution payment that is based upon their life expectancy, the beneficiary's life expectancy. They got to take that first required distribution within the first year of the date of death of that original owner. VersaChoice is a great fit for that. It does say performance choice as well, which we'll get into. But VersaChoice, if the client is 79 or younger, would be my bet, because you are taking those required distributions over the life expectancy of the beneficiary. Each subsequent payment's got to be taken by December 31st of the following tax year. We've got one thing to note. Huge information here. So for a non-qualified stretch, it is only available for a natural owner. So if they have a trust as the beneficiary of their plan, if you're working with clients and their trust is the beneficiary, they may want to think about making those being natural owners, maybe children, or it doesn't even have to be a child. It doesn't have to be a relative. It can be a friend. Just no trust, estates, or corps are allowed to do the stretch option. We have a great brochure that talks about this non-qualified stretch benefit, talking about a legacy that lasts, and it does have some various information in there about what are the benefits, what are the problems of doing a non-qualified stretch, what if I need a lump sum, it may be a tax burden. And then it has the nice beneficiary life expectancy table with those divisors. And you just calculate very similarly to a regular required minimum distribution. You're taking the age of the beneficiary, finding that divisor, taking your premium, and dividing it by that life expectancy divisor to figure out your required distribution. Now, okay, one of my other very favorite topics is talking about, hey, Secure Act, January 1st, 2020. So we're 2 years out here, but still, this is still not necessarily a known thing. So the Secure Act came about and it did a lot of great things for clients, right? One of the things that it did do, though, is it took away the opportunity for clients inheriting qualified money to stretch those payments over their life expectancy. So the IRS said, hey, you got to get this out now in 10 years. And North American said, well, we're not going to stop taking these plans, where majority of companies did stop. So if you hear non-spousal inherited IRAs, we are a home, and you can utilize our Performance Choice 8 product, which I'll just bring up a nice slide on that. That works great for this 10-year payout requirement. So it's a non-spouse. It, again, has to be a natural owner, not a trust, corporate estate. But it is a great opportunity so that client can take up to 10% each year as a penalty-free withdrawal beginning after the first contract year. It's an 8-year surrender charge product. So they take that 10% each year for 8 years, and then years 9 and 10, they can work with that tax advisor, figure out how they need to take out those last 2 years to get all of their money out within that 10-year requirement. Right now, we're getting some information figured out about whether there is a true required distribution that the IRS is going to make them take before that 10-year. But for right now, if that client is very young and they don't think they can take on that tax burden of taking out anything, even the 10-year penalty free, they can work with their tax advisor. Maybe they want to wait till year 9 to take everything out, or maybe they want to wait till the end, year 10. So it's very, very easy for them to plan out how they need to pull that out, just making sure they get it all out in 10 years. So again, we offer that with Performance Choice 8. This product actually offers through age 85. I say that really, I've worked with a sister that inherited her brother's 401k, and she was age 82 and was at the point where she's like, I just don't want to pay all this taxation up front. So she was able to utilize this Performance Choice 8 product for that non-spousal inherited IRA, since it issues through age 85. Nice short, again, 8-year surrender charge product, and beginning second year, you get your 10% penalty-free withdrawal. And along with VersaChoice, this has the same allocation options for your client, just some different rates because it is a shorter 10-year product, but still offers that enhanced participation rate strategy and all of your uncapped strategies. And for an 8-year product, a 1.75 fixed rate. Whew. So I know I threw a lot of information at you. I gave you a lot of different sales ideas, different support opportunities that North American provides for you. You've got your ELB Rider for possibly clients that don't qualify for long-term care or think the cost is too high. We've got your non-qualified stretch opportunities. We give you a non-spousal inherited IRA opportunity. Suitability, we'll talk to you. So a whole bunch of great information here to review. But that is what I have for you today. I am more than happy to take questions, Brady, if anything is coming through on your chat box or your questions and answers. Otherwise, I appreciate your time today. And there's my phone number and my email address for you as well.
Yeah, no questions on this end, Melva. Before we let everyone loose, do want to ask one more poll question with everything said today. Just going to pull this up real quick. Would you like to get contracted with North American, see an illustration, or receive additional information? Leave this open for a bit of time.
Brady, I can still see my screen.
Oh, let's see.
I just want to make sure that, there you go.
Alrighty. All right. Thank you, everyone that voted. Those that said yes, we'll certainly get that information out when we reach out later today. And with that said, thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Hope everyone has a wonderful day, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you, Melva.
Hey, thank you, Brady. I appreciate you guys having me on today. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you later.
All righty. Sounds good.
All right.